We have a question which was asked in this week's Seder. Why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu give to Adam Rishon to eat from the Eitz Hadas? And how? Why did the Satan, or the Nochosh, or the Satan, or the Gomel, which is in Pirkei the Rebbe Lezer, make that Adam Rishon to eat from Eitz Hadas? Adam Rishon, Yitzik Hapov Melech Malchei Amlachim. In 2 words, I'll tell you what the Ramchal says. If we wouldn't have had the Yetzer Hora, which came before Adam Rishon ate from Eitz Hadas, the Yetzer Hora was like outside. For example, someone wears shoes. He takes the shoes, he puts the shoes in his body. No, he takes shoes and he puts his feet in the shoes. The shoes is not part of the person. The shoes is outside of the person. A coat, a shirt, a hat, socks, anything. It's outside, and the person doesn't put it into the body. Masha'inkin, if someone drinks water, he drinks from the bottle of water, and the water goes into his body. Before Adam Yishoin ate from Eitz Hadas, the Kav Yochel, the Sota was outside. The Sota was outside, so there's no Sachar. There's no conflict between the human being and the Satan. The Satan tells me, don't do mitzvahs. You don't tell me what to do. I'm not interested. I'll throw you out of the house. You take the Satan, take him out of the house, and lock the door. He doesn't come in at all. Masha'in Kain. Masha'in Kain. When you have a Mitzias where the Satan comes in, the Satan comes in into the house. It's hard to separate the Satan from the human being. He's in the house, he lives with us. When Adam Rishon ate from Eitz Hadas, what happened then? He took the Zoama, he took the poison, for example, he took what was forbidden to eat, and he put it into his body. He ate it. The eating of the Eitz Hadas went into the blood system of the human being of Adam Rishon. How do you take it out? How do you take out the Eitz Hadas which was inside? It doesn't have to make a blood transfusion. It went in. It goes into the blood. It goes into the brain. It goes into the bones. It goes into the flesh. How do you take it out? So Kodesh Baruch Hu says, "Ki b'yoyim achocha mimenu moist tomus." Moist tomus is an oynish, or moist tomus is a matono. So the Ramchal brings down that moist tomus is not an oynish. It's only to be bekabel tzachar. Why? Why to be Mekabel Sachar? Because in order person, if a person wouldn't have a conflict, he wouldn't be able to get Sachar. The Gemara says in Mesechtes Bava Basra, Daf Yud Zayin Omid Aleph, Shloisho lo yisholat bohen yetzer hora. Gemara Bava Basra says, Tone Rabbonon Shiva lo yisholat bohen Rima v'Seleya, Elein Avom Yisov Yaakov Moshe Miriam u'Binyamin, and Shloisho loy sholat behen yetzer. That's what the Gemara brings down. Bava Basra, Daf Yud Zayin Omid Aleph. The Gemara says Shloisho lo sholat behen yetzer Elohein Avrom Yitzchok v'Yaakov. So the Gemara says, Toysa says, it can't be that they didn't have a yetzer. If they don't have a yetzer, then you don't get sechar. Yetzer comes to the person, do mitzvahs. Don't do mitzvahs. I'll do mitzvahs. Oh, person has got chishuk doing it, he's got a headache. Person doesn't feel good. So the Yetzirah is outside. And he drives the person mad. So what does the person do? You take the Yetzirah, you throw him out of the house. But if the Yetzirah comes into me, he's part of me. The Gemara says, if you want to have a Yetzirah, you want to have children. HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings the Zah Mitzias to the person that the Yetzirah is part of us. Part of the human being. He's part of, why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu say, make that the Yetzirah should be part of the human being? Because if the Yetzirah wouldn't have been part of the human being, then we don't get at all Sachar. Why? Because the only reason why we get Sachar, because we have someone telling us, don't do it. And we do it. Don't learn Torah, and we learn Torah. So we've got something against us, which is forcing us not to learn Torah, and we do learn Torah, or don't daven and do daven, or don't make a bracha and we make a bracha, or don't keep Shabbos and we keep Shabbos. So every mitzvah you have the Yetzirah, which is Ilmole HaKadosh Baruch Hu Oizroi, Yer Shaloi. So b'schus the Yetzirah comes against us, and we don't waste our time. We learn Torah, for example, or we do mitzvahs, or we keep Shabbos, or we keep Stocker, we keep Kol HaTorah Kula, we mishtadel to keep Kol HaTorah Kula Be'ezat Hashem. So al yedei ze we get al yedei ze sachar. That's the vote. Before Adam Rishon ate from Eitz Hadas, the Maral said the Yetzirah was outside. He's outside, so Adam Rishon can't get sachar. He doesn't have a conflict. There's a guy in his house, and someone knocks on the door, and he drives him mad. He dates him a cop. He drives him mad. He comes to disturb him. So what do? You close the door. You don't come into the room. But if the guy comes to the room and he disturbs me, how do you throw him out? So the person, he goes to a different room. But if the Yetzirah comes into the house, you open the front door, you throw him out. But if the Yetzirah is part of the human being, it's part of the body, it's with me, it's with my blood and flesh, it's inside me, and the person doesn't listen to the Yetzirah, then he gets al yedei zeh sachar. So a person comes into the Olam Hazeh for 120 years, and he happened what he did what he did, he didn't do what he didn't do. So he's got a mishpat, and al yedei he's got a sachar. He's got sachar Be'ezat Hashem al yedei. How did he get sachar? So the Ramchal says he gets sachar because he had a conflict. But if a person doesn't have, let's say, someone who's part of a kol mitzvahs, take a child who's Mongoli, who's a Mongoli, he doesn't have a Yetzirah. He came into the world, he's part of a kol mitzvahs, he can't talk. He can't daven, he goes like this, you can't understand him at all what he says. So why did he come on this world? The Chazon Ish says he came on this world because he did a certain minority, a very, very small avera. He's part of kol mitzvahs, but instead of staying upstairs, the Galedi Mikedem, he came to Olam Hazeh in order to be metaken. They can't be Ziva Shechina, the Yids, he's in Olam Hazeh. And that's why he came downstairs to suffer. Because he came downstairs to suffer, he's part of Kol HaMitzvahs, because he can't talk. And after a while, he goes upstairs. The Chazon stood up for these people, because these people were potter from Kol HaTorah Kula. A person comes into Olam Hazeh, and he's got a Yetzirah, he's got a capability of telling HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you tell me to keep Shabbos, I don't want to keep Shabbos. You tell me not to talk Lashon Hara, yes, I'm going to talk Lashon Hara. So a person has got Ki'ilu, he takes the Chamtzan, he takes the oxygen of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he goes against HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the Ramchal brings down, the Maral brings down. The person takes the Ani, his inner Vedic, his Pnimius, and he goes against Melech Malchei Amlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's what it's brought down. Masha Ein Kain, when the Bnei Yisrael came to Hasinai, and they said, Na'aseh v'nishma, I'm not taking my own ego, I'm not taking my own inside of me, I'm not going to go against you. You want to be Mekabel, you want to be Mekabel the Torah, I'll be Mekabel the Torah. Na'aseh v'nishma, you said Na'aseh v'nishma, that made Bnei Yisrael go back to be Lemala B'derech HaTeva, כמו בבחינת אדם הראשון לפני החטא, that the Yetzirah wasn't inside me. Because if we came to the Matzav, that Porach Nishmosam, they came bebchinas Adam Rishon lefnei Chet. After they did the Chet Egel, they fell down and they went out of this holy Madrega, and they came to Zamatzav that had to go, they had to have Moves. So he comes out from this, that Moves is Nishken schlechte Zach. We think it's a schlechte Zach. Someone goes by train, he comes to platform 1, and he's going from one town to the next. He has to go to platform 3. So he went from platform 1 to platform 3, but this shot is dying. He goes to one platform, he goes to another platform in order to carry on his journey. He goes from one town to another town. So Moshe David Valley brings down that before a person comes to Olam Hazeh, if a person won't be mistaken himself, because makes him sure that upstairs in Gan Eden he eats from Eitz Hadas, in order, when he comes upstairs, in order to get the tikkun, kol hazman, more and more and more, until the person fulfills the tikkun, then the person can eat from the Eitz HaChaim. That's what the Moshe David Vali B'Gzal Parshas Masei. After he eats the Eitz HaChaim, then he did his tikkun, ba'olam hazeh. That's what we see. The HaKadosh Baruch Hu made Adam Rishon eat from Eitz HaDarat. It's a punishment. But a person, Am Yisrael, even if whatever he'll do, Am Yisrael, the holy nation, and he says, Apostle Parshas Vayelech, Parshas Netzovim, Em yini dacho b'ksei Hashemayim, Mishom yekabetz Hashem lekecho, Mishom yikochecho, that he eat in every madrega. Am Yisrael, the holy nation. Yisrael v'araisa v'kutshu b'chochatu. All of us, we are a very holy nation. Al talshin evet el adoinov. Am Yisrael, the holy nation. We will all zicher, zoicher sein, to do tshuva shlema. We will all do tshuva shlema. Why? Because the tat mudar of a person, tat mudar means before the person was created, created to the person tshuva. 7 things were created before Beis Olam. One of the things was tshuva. That before HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Baruch She'omar v'hoya olam, before HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Adonai Elohim Hashem Malach, B'terem kol Yitzri Nivra, HaKadosh Baruch Hu was already Adonai Elohim Hashem Malach, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu created much before tshuva. So before was created, Breshit Bara Elokim Eis Hashemayim Ve'eis Haaretz was created before tshuva. That a person always, whenever a person does an avera, he doesn't want to do the avera. Because he does the avera with a sour face, with a sour taste. Why? Because he's got charot already when he does it. When he does the avera, he has charot. That's his yid. The madrega of a yid, Yisrael v'oraisa v'kutshe b'chochatu. Yid is a holy nation. Am Yisrael is holy. Breshit bara Elokim, Eitz Hashemayim Beis Haaretz. That's the leiv of Klal Yisrael. Le'ene kol Yisrael is the Lamed, and Breshit bara Elokim is the base. Leiv bara Elokim, v'ruach nochen chadesh bekim al tashlechenu milfonecha v'ruach kotzach al tikach mimenu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help us. We will have a wonderful year, a year of simchas and nachas, and a good chodesh and siyata d'shmaya. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help kol Klal Yisrael Be'ezrat Hashem to only have siyata d'shmaya, chaim tov v'meruchim, simchas and nachas and siyata d'shmaya. We'll all be zoicha to have a good Shabbos and a good chodesh, and chodesh Merach Hashin, chodesh Macheshvan, that our lips are still saying the tefillas of slichas, Yom Tov Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippurim, and we will be zoicha sein to only hear B'suas Toivos. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will mashlich aleinu ruach tara mimorim. We'll all be zoicha to see ulekabel pnei Mashiach tzidkenu b'tor rachamim chasodim gdoilim u'merubim b'mheiro v'yomeinu omen v'omen.